Hello everyone. In today's video we are going to explore Chapter 2 Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife Resources. These resources are gifts from nature that support life on Earth. From the land we live on to the water we drink and the forests full of wildlife. Every resource plays an important role in maintaining the balance of our planet. So let's begin our journey to understand these valuable natural resources and why we must protect them. Everything we use in our daily life comes from nature. These are called natural resources. Examples include land, soil, water, forests, and wildlife. These resources help humans grow food, build homes, run industries, and survive on Earth. But the important question is, are these resources unlimited? Let's find out. First, let's talk about land. Land is one of the most important natural resources because almost every human activity depends on it. We use land for agriculture, building houses, industries, roads, and forests. But land is limited, and as the population grows, the demand for land also increases. So we must learn to use it wisely. Different parts of land are used for different purposes. Some areas are used for farming, some for forests, some for industries, and others for cities and roads. This is known as land use. Proper planning of land use helps maintain environmental balance and ensures that resources are used responsibly. But sometimes human activities damage land. When land becomes less useful or loses its productivity, it is called land degradation. This can happen due to activities like deforestation, overgrazing, mining, pollution, and improper farming methods. Land degradation affects agriculture and damages the environment. So how can we protect our land? Land can be conserved through several methods. For example, planting trees, controlling overgrazing, using proper farming techniques, and reducing pollution. These steps help restore the health of the land and protect it for future generations. Now let's move to another very important resource, soil. Soil is the upper layer of the earth where plants grow. It plays a vital role in agriculture because crops depend on soil for nutrients. Without fertile soil, it would be difficult to grow food for the world's population. But soil formation is a very slow process. Soil is formed over thousands of years through the breakdown of rocks. Several factors influence soil formation, including parent rock, climate, vegetation, relief, and time. These factors determine the type and quality of soil in a region. However, soil can also get damaged. When soil loses its fertility, it is called soil degradation. This can happen due to overuse of chemicals, deforestation, overgrazing, and soil erosion. If soil is not protected, it can reduce agricultural production. That is why soil conservation is necessary. There are several ways to conserve soil. Farmers use methods like crop rotation, terrace farming, contour plowing, shelter belts, and afforestation. These techniques help prevent soil erosion and maintain soil fertility. Now let's move to another life-supporting resource, water. Water is essential for all living beings. We need water for drinking, agriculture, industries, transportation, and generating electricity. Although about 3/4 of the earth is covered with water, only a small amount is fresh water that humans can use. This makes water a very precious resource. Today, many regions face water scarcity. This happens because of overuse of groundwater, pollution of rivers and lakes, and unequal distribution of water. If we do not manage water properly, it may become scarce in the future. So water conservation becomes extremely important. Water can be conserved by simple methods such as rainwater harvesting, recycling water, reducing wastage, and protecting rivers and lakes. Even small efforts like turning off taps when not needed can save a lot of water. Now let's move from water to the beautiful greenery around us. Plants that grow naturally without human interference are called natural vegetation. Examples include forests, grasslands, and shrubs. Natural vegetation depends on factors like climate, soil, and relief. It plays a very important role in maintaining the ecological balance. Vegetation provides oxygen, food, shelter, medicines, and raw materials. It also prevents soil erosion and supports wildlife habitats. Without forests and plants, life on Earth would be impossible. And where there is vegetation, there is also wildlife. Wildlife refers to animals, birds, insects, and other living organisms that live in natural habitats. Animals like tigers, elephants, deer, And many species of birds and reptiles form an important part of biodiversity. They help maintain the balance of ecosystems. However, wildlife today faces many threats. Human activities such as deforestation, construction, forest fires, and poaching threaten both vegetation and wildlife. Natural disasters like landslides and tsunamis also affect ecosystems. These threats reduce biodiversity and disturb nature's balance. So protection measures are necessary. To protect plants and animals, governments have created special protected areas. These include national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and biosphere reserves. These areas provide safe habitats for wildlife and help conserve biodiversity. But conservation is not only a national responsibility, it is also a global effort. Countries around the world work together to protect endangered species. One important international agreement is CITES, which controls the trade of endangered plants and animals. Such agreements help protect wildlife across the world. But governments alone cannot save nature. Every citizen has an important role in conservation. We can help by planting trees, protecting wildlife, creating awareness, and respecting nature. Small actions by individuals can create a big positive impact on the environment. Let's quickly recap what we learned. We understood the importance of land, soil, water, vegetation, and wildlife resources. We learned about the threats these resources face and the steps needed to conserve them. Most importantly, we realized that protecting nature is everyone's responsibility. Nature provides everything we need to live. If we use resources wisely and conserve them, they will support life for many generations to come. Protecting nature means protecting our future. And with that, we have completed Chapter 2. In the next video, we will begin a new lesson. See you in the next video.